First Alert Traffic, only on WKYT. Brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. The WKYT Athlete of the Week, Wednesdays on WKYT News at 6.
Roy Kidd, A Matter of Pride, Saturday, November 18th at 1 on WKYT.
Hi, I'm Andrew Coleman, attorney with Hughes & Coleman. Kentucky is my home. I was born here, I'm raising my family here, and I'm proud to be part of a law firm that's been fighting here for over 35 years. Hughes & Coleman. If you've been injured, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done.
Watch WKYT on all your streaming devices.
Now on WKYT News at 4, it is Election Day in the Bluegrass State, and we are your Campaign 2023 headquarters. We're live in Louisville tracking the governor's race today.
Plus, from long lines to confusion in the booth, we're checking in at some polling locations across parts of the region.
And an absolutely phenomenal weather day for Election Day or any day. We do have a change, though, rolling in with the forecast. We've got that for you in just a few minutes.
This is WKYT News.
Good afternoon. Welcome to WKYT News at 4. We're live on air. We're streaming wherever you go on the WKYT News app. Remember that this election night. And we're just 2 hours away from the polls closing in the Eastern time zone on this election day.
And the weather has been great out there today so far. Let's check in with WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey for your first alert forecast. Pretty perfect for election day.
Guys, you couldn't plan this any better. You know, this would be amazing weather for a primary, let alone the general election, when you can get just downright nasty conditions this time of year. Take a live view from our WKYT tower cam toward downtown Lexington, where it's been a mix of sun and clouds for the better part of the day. Those temperatures, as expected, into the low 70s this afternoon. If you're out this evening, we're likely to say 60 degrees or better all the way through 11 o'clock into your Wednesday. 58 in the morning, 70 to 75 at lunchtime, 75 to 80 near record highs coming up tomorrow afternoon. Windy and warm weather coming in from the southwest. That flow is really going to gust up. First Alert Radar Network, right now nothing across the fine Commonwealth of Kentucky. Surrounding areas too. You know, we're not alone with Election Day. We got elections going on in several surrounding states, Ohio, Virginia among those. And it's beautiful weather across the eastern part of the country. There's a weak front that is out there. Front has very little moisture, though. That warm wind ahead of this system coming out of the Rockies is going to boost those temperatures tomorrow to near record levels. If you're out this evening, tomorrow morning, hey, that boundary that is across the northern part of Kentucky now is going to lift back to the north as a warm front. Those winds from the southwest are cranking ahead of a storm system that'll bring the threat for some rain into town as early as Wednesday. It's scattered, or Wednesday night and Thursday. It's scattered stuff right now. But guys, that front that is due into town Wednesday night, Thursday is going to change the pattern. We'll get it back to normal, at least for a little bit. We've got that for you coming up in 15 minutes.
Thank you, and we'll see you then. Voters have less than 2 hours now to get to the polls and cast their votes, at least in the Eastern time zone. The top race on the ballot today is the race for Kentucky governor.
Democratic incumbent Governor Andy Beshear is running against Republican challenger Attorney General Daniel Cameron. We have live team coverage this afternoon on the governor's race. WKYT's Kelsey Soto and Grayson Passmore are both in Louisville for us tonight at the Beshear and Cameron headquarters. We begin our live campaign 2023 coverage with Kelsey Soto at Beshear's headquarters at Paris Town Hall. Good afternoon, Kelsey.
Good evening to you. And man, doors are not yet open here to the public. We've still got about 2 hours until then. But I can tell you that what a road this campaign has been and what a journey to get us here tonight. Governor Andy Beshear really putting in the miles the last few weeks on his Go Vote bus tour. Yesterday, he hit Pikeville, Prestonsburg, Moorhead, rounding out the east and then cutting back through central Kentucky, making stops in Lexington and Louisville. He actually opted to vote early and cast his ballot last week. In his visit through our area last night, he was joined by a familiar face, Hadley Duvall. And that is the young woman who became the focus of a Beshear campaign ad about abortion rights. At a rally yesterday, he reminded the crowd about some of the adversity endured during his term, saying he would love the opportunity to continue serving another 4 years.
You know, folks, over these last 4 years, we've been through a lot. A pandemic, tornadoes, floods, windstorms, ice storms, yet still, we are standing here tonight more optimistic, more enthusiastic, more energetic about our future than at any time in my lifetime. I mean, we're coming off the 2 best years for economic development in the history of the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
On tonight's guest list, we are expecting to see, of course, Governor Beshear's wife, Brittany, his 2 children, Will and Lila, and then his parents, former Governor Steve Beshear. We do know that, again, still about 2 hours away before the doors open to the public, but encouragement, exciting moments here, and a lot of hopeful, high energy. For now, live in Louisville, Kelsey Soto, WKYT.
All right, Kelsey, thank you very much. And hoping to flip the governor's seat to Republican is the Attorney General Daniel Cameron.
His campaign is also in Louisville tonight. WKYT's Grayson Passmore is live at the Marriott following his campaign. Good afternoon to you, Grayson.
Yeah, guys, we are 2 hours away from a crowd rolling in for the Republican Party of Kentucky's watch party tonight, but Daniel Cameron and his family were all smiles as they went to the polls to cast his vote this morning here in Louisville. As we wait for Cameron and his campaign to get here, we'll recap a few of his final stops along the campaign trail Monday. We caught up with Cameron in Lexington, where he told reporters he's confident there will be a new governor in the Commonwealth once votes are counted. He again touted his Cameron catch-up plan to address what he calls serious learning loss in Kentucky students, as he's criticized Governor Beshear's decision to close schools, churches, and businesses during the pandemic. He also again promised to eliminate the state income tax. He then announced his surprise tele-rally Monday night with former President Donald Trump, who has endorsed him in the race. That before his final stop in his hometown of Elizabethtown, where he was met by dozens of supporters.
It's an honor to have so many folks that have been supporting and helping us along this campaign. We just finished a 6-day bus tour where we felt like the momentum and energy was high with folks all across this Commonwealth wanting to see a new governor.
We'll be here at the Marriott in downtown Louisville all night, bringing you updates, including coming up at 5. You'll hear from Cameron about how he's feeling on election night. For now, live in Louisville, Grayson Passmore, WKYT.
Grayson, thank you. Several other state races are on the ballot tonight, so let's take a look at them right now.
Voters will be electing a new Attorney General in Kentucky, that of course being vacated by Cameron. Republican Russell Coleman is up against Democratic candidate Colonel Pamela Stevenson. In the Secretary of State's race, Secretary of State Michael Adams is running for re-election. He is up against Democratic challenger Buddy Wheatley, a former state representative. Voters will also elect a new Agriculture Commissioner. Jonathan Shell is on the Republican ticket. Sierra Inlow is on the Democratic ticket.
In the treasurer's race, Democratic candidate Michael Bowman is up against Republican Mark Metcalf. Both would be new to that position. And voters are electing a new auditor. Kim Reeder is on the Democratic ticket and Allison Ball on the Republican ticket. We will have live coverage on all of these races coming up in our next half hour.
WKYT is your election headquarters. We will have first results as they start coming in at 6 o'clock on our news, and then you can stay local with us at 6:30 on the CW Lexington. Our coverage will continue, and our election night special coverage continues on WKYT from 7 to 8, right after the CBS Evening News. Continuous interactive election results on WKYT.com and on the WKYT News app. Well, you do have until 6 p.m. to get in line to vote, though there's already been a few hiccups here and there. Election workers are trying to make sure voting is going as smoothly as possible.
Lucy Bryson was at Lafayette High School this morning. It is one of Lexington's polling places.
A typical Tuesday morning may start with a coffee or a breakfast, but for these Election Day early risers, it started at the polls, with some even beating the sunrise.
I got out here early so I could vote before the day began.
Lafayette High School is one of the over 100 places where voters can cast a quick and easy ballot on this final day of voting.
It's one of the very few ways that a full general population can have a voice.
With some having many things on their voter to-do list, many are contacting the county clerk's website to find out where their designated polling location is. That website crashed this morning, leaving some voters scrambling. Officials at the county clerk's office shared that the problem is due to people visiting the website at a higher volume than normal. Since the morning crash, that website is now operating as usual. But the internet isn't the only place that you can get your questions answered. At each polling place, representatives will be there to help answer any questions, all so that every voice can be heard today.
We shape the future for every generation that's to come by what we do today and what we stand for today.
That was Lucy Bryson reporting. While the county clerk's website was down, they asked the public to find all information on the state's election website. So if any problems happen again, that is where you can go to find your information. In Kentucky, you still have time, though. You make sure that you're casting your vote however you plan to do it. And again, those polls close here in central Kentucky tonight at 6.
Some Madison County voters ran into an issue at the polls today. County Clerk Kenny Barger says it's an issue they were first made aware of during early voting, and they hope they would have it fixed before Election Day. Barger says when people pull up the ballot on the voting machine, there is a little box in the left-hand corner that each candidate sees, that you see there by each candidate. They've had reports that when people touch the little box, it selects the option that's right above it, showing that they voted for a candidate they may not have wanted to select. He says this is an issue they've been working on with their supplier. He says it is best for people to click directly on the candidate's name in the big box. Barger says at the end of the day, the voter is in control and should ask for help if they experience any issues.
Before you actually scan your ballot, that you verify that all the selections on your ballot are the way you want them to be before you scan that ballot into the machine, because that's where your vote's actually counted, not on the express votes equipment. All it does is mark the ballot.
Barger says anyone who has had issues was able to fix it before officially casting their ballot. He says they have had a big and steady voter turnout in Madison County all day long.
Well, Election Day is bringing out a steady turnout of voters in Pulaski County. Officials there are predicting about 43% of registered voters will vote at a number of voting centers throughout the county. There was a line out the door at the Hal Rogers Fire Training Center. Officials say 800 people voted the first 2 hours. They're hoping for 15 to 16,000 by the end of the day.
Me and my husband, we work at the school, so we just felt like it was very important to go and vote and voice our rights.
You know, some people don't really care to vote anymore. It's just like they brush it off. They don't want to be involved in it. But, you know, I'm an American citizen. I'm going to do my civic duty.
Pulaski County election officials say early voting numbers were down a little compared to last year, with 5,400 voting during the 3 early days.
And again, absolutely gorgeous weather on this Election Day. We do have a cold front making its way toward the region. It's going to change things up a little bit, and I'll show you when that happens right after the break. Stay with us.
At home or on the go, stay informed with the WKYT News app, a must-have with push alerts for breaking news and weather. Download the WKYT News app today.
Washington liberals are lying about Russell Coleman, all to cover up the fact that their own candidate doesn't even have a Kentucky law license. Pam Stevenson is an unqualified anti-police radical we can't trust. Make the right choice. Russell Coleman, an experienced law and order prosecutor. His record is clear. Coleman puts sex offenders away for good. That's why Kentucky law enforcement backs Russell Coleman, the tough on crime choice for Attorney General.
It's West Shore Homes' biggest sale of the year and the best time to finally take care of your shower or bath remodeling project. Kirsten.
Right now, for a limited time, you can get 25% off your bath or shower project with our biggest sale of the year. At West Shore Home, we want to make it affordable for you to tackle your project and bring comfort to your home before the busy holiday season. Choose from tons of options for the style and color of your walls, and pick the base that best fits your needs, like a nice tub for baths or a low-step walk-in shower.
And you can truly make it your own by fully customizing almost the entire space with accessories, like built-in seats, shower doors, and grab bars for comfort and ease. And the best part is with the biggest sale of the year, you get 25% off everything.
And for people who are looking for something that will make their bathing a little bit safer and easier this winter, look no further. We help hundreds of people every day with this challenge. Options like this low-step walk-in shower, easy grab bars, and handheld shower heads make bathing easy again.
Or maybe you're just finally ready to update your bathroom because you're tired of seeing the mold in that old, outdated bath. Well, West Shore offers tons of styles and options to give you the perfect look for that nice, modern upgrade. Like this laser-etched tile. It gives you the look, texture, and feel of tile, but it's so much easier to clean and keep looking perfect. And the best part is, if you order now during this sales event, you can have your shower bath installed before the holidays with West Shore's fast, easy installation from their expert installers.
It's the best way to bring comfort to your home this holiday season at an affordable price.
Folks, call the number on your screen right now to set up your free design consultation and lock in a price on your bath remodeling project with this amazing offer. Call the number in your screen or visit westshorebath.com now to schedule your free in-home design consultation and lock in 25% off your shower or bath project. Call West Shore Home.
Stream WKYT for free now.
We are working on a number of other stories for you on WKYT starting at 4:30.
Here's a look at some of the news in progress right now. A bizarre story out of Virginia has a Kentucky connection. Robert McCullough lives in Virginia, but he's learned that he is registered to vote in Kentucky. The problem is he has never lived in the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
I don't remember registering, but they say that they have a signed document, which I still haven't seen the signature on it to see if it's even mine. So I've questioned it all along.
Coming up at 4:30, hear what the Board of Elections has to say about McCullough's claim.
Firefighters are busy battling wildfires again in eastern Kentucky. Those fires broke out in several counties over the weekend. Crews are working around the clock to try and contain them. They say the windy conditions can be frustrating for firefighters.
Just because we put a line down to mineral soil around the fire itself doesn't mean that our job is done. When we get into drier conditions like we're seeing now, our logs and our downed limbs that are on the ground actually start to burn, and those will kick up embers. If we have those windy conditions, they'll throw the embers across our fire line that we've just created and then start what we call spot fires outside the line.
Well, coming up on WKYT News at 5, more on the fight to contain those fires and the message from officials about fire season.
Yeah, certainly a little bit of rain would go a long way in helping out the cause in eastern Kentucky, and I do think it is eastern parts of the state that will get in on the most rain coming up here over the next few days, and that is especially the case Thursday night into Friday. 9 different sky cams right now across central and eastern Kentucky, and it's a mix of sun and some clouds showing up into each and every location. What a phenomenal election day that we are seeing in terms of the winds, the air temperature into the low 70s. First alert radar network as of now. Nothing going on across the Commonwealth. We continue to see that cold front. It's a weak front dropping in from the north and northwest. Doesn't have any moisture with it, but it only gets to about northern Kentucky, slows down, heads back to the north. That warm air into the plain states is lurking. That's going to surge in for the day tomorrow ahead of a low pressure that is rolling its way out of the Rockies. So your forecast breakdown, windy and very warm as we go into Wednesday. Temperatures that are flirting with the 80-degree mark in a lot of cases. And by the time we reach the end of the week, we're going to see the temperatures coming way, way down. Best chance of rain Thursday night into Friday. Shower chance in the north, few showers for the area we've highlighted in the yellow, and it's across the southeast where rain is likely with a wave of low pressure. That's going to be the area that is the area where the forest fires are, and that's the area we think will get the most beneficial rains coming up. Hour by hour forecast this evening. Temperatures generally holding into the upper 50s and low 60s all evening long. Tomorrow morning, notice that boundary into northeastern Kentucky, 50 into Ashland, yet 60s everywhere else. Tomorrow afternoon, 75 to 80. Record highs a possibility. And then here comes a cold front tomorrow night into early on Thursday. That front on Thursday is going to make its way through here. So it's not like it's wall-to-wall rain by any stretch of the imagination on Thursday. But then a wave of low pressure develops along this boundary. And by Thursday night into Friday, now you see the rain rolling through the area. Look at those temperatures into the 40s to begin the day on Friday. So that is a colder brand of air that is coming into the picture as we go into Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I think we roll this into early next week. It's not cold for this time of year, but it is certainly colder than what we're going to be dealing with. The overall pattern for the next few, we'll see that jet stream taking a dip, and then we're going to see the chilly air surging in from the west. Cold air across the Great Lakes heads more west to east. We talked about this yesterday. It's a pattern that instead of drilling that cold into the deep south, like what we had back on Halloween, this stuff slides more from west to east. So your forecast over the next 7 days, temperatures tomorrow, 77 degrees. By the time we make our way into Thursday. We get a shower or two. You get a lot of sun. It is Friday, guys. Best chance of rain in the low 50s. We stay in the 50s this weekend. Your Veterans Day on Saturday with a dry sky that is out there in those temperatures, low and mid 50s. Overall forecast, we get some beneficial rains where they really need it in eastern Kentucky. And overall, we do keep the nice conditions rolling on.
All right, Chris, thank you. Coming up, Everyday Kentucky's Indy Jones shows us where to go to de-stress and unwind. That story is next on WKYT.
Download the WKYT News app today.
Jonathan Shell, a farmer, fighter, and family man with the experience to lead. There's no quit in Jonathan Shell.
To stop Biden and save Kentucky, Frankfort needs fighters who are tough as Shell. I'd be honored to have your vote.
Hi, Shane Huffman with the Neil Huffman Automotive Group, where currently we have hundreds of pre-owned vehicles, all aggressively priced, coming with our 3-year certified maintenance. You can visit us today at neilhuffman.com. Huffman has it.
Opening your windows shouldn't be a pain.
It should be so smooth and easy you shouldn't have to think twice.
No more stuck shut windows.
No more cracked paint and no more pulled muscles.
Just easy gliding, smooth sliding, beautiful windows.
Ones you can open with a feather.
You can get a price right now at windowsourcekentucky.com.
Go to windowsourcekentucky.com for beautiful windows
that won't break the bank.
I had just gotten off work. All of a sudden, I was hit from behind. I immediately thought of Morgan & Morgan. All of the correspondence was done pretty much by email and text. I barely had to lift a finger. It's easier than you think.
You love your favorite couch. It's practically a part of the family. But after years of serious wear and dirt, the thought of replacing it can be overwhelming and expensive. Luckily, there's a better option. Stanley Steamer's professional cleaning service can remove years of dirt by deep cleaning your upholstery, area rugs, and carpet for a fraction of the cost of replacing them. Save what you love and your money with Stanley Steamer.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Have you ever left a funeral home feeling better than when you walked in? Families that plan celebrations at Clark Legacy Center do. Their approach is different from a traditional funeral home because they design celebrations that highlight what makes a life unique. Whether it's hosting a final bingo tournament in their honor, serving Grandma's secret chicken soup recipe, or a traditional wine and cheese gathering, the folks at Clark Legacy Center can design the perfect tribute for your family.
I'm Russell Coleman, the Law and Order candidate. As the next Attorney General, I will stand up to the Biden administration, relentlessly enforce the law, and I will protect our streets. I'd be honored to have your vote.
Big storm or clear skies. WKYT First Alert Weather is alerting you first every weekday on Facebook Live. Brought to you by Bryant Heating and Cooling.
Welcome back to WKYT News here on Election Day. With a mental health crisis on the rise, many have turned to self-care as a preventative measure.
Yeah, our India Jones stopped by a Lexington establishment looking for some ways to alleviate stress.
Hey, welcome to Everyday Kentucky on the Go. Right now, people are really focusing on making sure that they have everything that they need as far as self-care is concerned, whether that is taking off for work, getting a facial, making sure you get a massage. And so you have all of those lovely perks right here at Hand and Stone. And so here to tell me all about it, Katie, what are some of the offers that you have here at Hand and Stone?
Yeah, so we pride ourselves on being a premium relaxation service. So we have those facials you talked about and massage. In terms of facials, Hand and Stone has won an award for innovation for the past 2 years, so 22 and 23. We're constantly rolling out new things, keeping up with the high standards of this industry. And massage, we have an ever-growing team with an in-house trainer that really focuses on meeting everybody's different needs in their body. We all carry stress differently, so we just try our best to accommodate everyone.
So I love the ambiance of this place. It's very soothing as soon as you walk through the tour. Tell us a little bit about what people need to do if they need to make a reservation, or can they just walk through the door?
So we do stay a little bit booked. So I always recommend, especially if it's that special occasion for someone, make that reservation. We even try and customize at booking. Do you like deep tissue? Are you more of a relaxation facial instead of working on targeted areas? We really try and pair you with the best person on our team that would fit your needs. So if you can call and make that reservation, I recommend it strongly.
Perfect. Okay, so you heard it from Katie first. You have to make it down to Hand and Stone. And if you can't, go on their website, because trust me, they have many deals. I believe we have a BOGO Monday deal coming up, and we'll have more on that later. But right now, I want you all to stay with us, because coming up in the next half hour, I'm going to get a facial, and we're going to talk about the importance of proper care, talk a little bit about post-care as well, and again, just ways that you can stay calm during this stressful time. So I'll send it back to you in the studio, and I'll be right back.
All right, India, thank you. Our campaign 2023 coverage continues in our next half hour. We're live following candidates in the down ballot races. We'll be back in less than 3 minutes.
Before we go to break, tonight's Mega Millions jackpot, $196 million. And Wednesday night's Powerball jackpot, $196 million. A reminder, you can watch WKYT News an hour earlier tonight and every night at 10 on the CW Lexington. And don't forget our special election night coverage tonight right here.
Big storm or clear skies. WKYT First Alert Weather is alerting you first every weekday on Facebook Live. Brought to you by Bryant Heating and Cooling.
When I looked at my mouth in the mirror, it was a train wreck. The minute I met Dr. Seth, I asked him, I said, "Are you ready for a project?" And his response was, "I love projects."
Through our talk, he was immediately set on letting all those teeth go and going forward with a fixed implant prosthesis.
I really can't believe I waited so long to do it. It's been amazing.
Get your smile back with dental implants. Call Bluegrass Dentistry at 859-648-2688 to schedule your free consultation and to discuss our flexible financing options.
Kyle Whalen, loving husband, father, and grandfather. He's a small business owner that's spent a career creating jobs and improving the lives of Lexingtonians. Kyle Whalen knows for families to thrive, we need safer streets and more money in pocketbooks. Kyle supports lower income taxes and simplifying the tax code to make Kentucky competitive. He backs the blue and will make sure our police force is fully funded. That's why Kyle Whalen received the endorsement of the FOP.
I'm Kyle Whalen, and I'd be honored to have your vote.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months, plus save up to $800.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at GoKubota.com.
It's the annual enrollment period for Medicare Advantage plans, and you have a choice, which is why Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here to help you get all the benefits you qualify for. Call Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield at 1-800-878-5180 today for a Medicare Advantage plan checkup and make sure you have everything you qualify for in 2024. You can receive more benefits for a $0 monthly premium. Benefits like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. And to help you stay healthy at home, you can have free prescription drug delivery, online doctor visits 24/7, and free exercise classes. You can even receive money towards over-the-counter health items. Call 1-800-878-5180 today. And feel confident you have all the benefits you deserve for 2024. You can receive benefits for a $0 monthly premium, like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. So call Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield today at 1-800-878-5180. And make sure you're not missing out.
Closed captioning on WKYT is brought to you by Cumberland Valley National Bank. Bank better.